Hello, I'm David Scott, Quality Assurance and Training Manager at Westomatic. Today we're going to walk you through the new Primo Touch 4 machine and also the very popular Primo Compact. Let's start with the Primo Touch 4. Fully customizable display with audio effects if required as well. Touchscreen simply takes you to the menu and you can swipe through the menu for up to 3 pages, 24 different drink types. Customizable LED display lighting, either random effects or we can set whatever colour to suit the environment the machine's installed into. Also has a height adjustable tray so that you can position your cup or position the stand to suit the size of cup that you're using. It's a slightly wider cabinet obviously to accommodate the 4th canister. The 4th canister can be used for instant tea, decaffeinated coffee, sugar or even soup if required. All menus are selectable in the programming when the machine is installed. For extra busy locations, canister extension kits are also available for each of the canister modules. This new model also features a slightly larger waste container for additional dispensers. This new model also incorporates an improved dispense arm, now made of steel. Waste to base kits are also available for all of our Primo range of machines. Easily retrofittable with detachable plates and a hose to connect onto the rear of the drip tray, also to take liquid to weights. Has a full cleaning instruction guide for daily and for weekly cleaning and rinsing events. It also has an instructional video available via the QR code on the rear of the door. As with all Westomatic machines, we also have a technical QR code which takes you to the technical manual and parts manuals on our website. There is a small plastic retainer for the waste guide that is only for transportation purposes only. Please remove that at installation stage. Firstly, we're going to run through the grinder adjustment, which is the most important thing of installation. For better access to the grinder, first of all, please remove the milk canister. For all ingredient settings, including adjusting the grind, we must first go into service mode. At door open, press the door open tab. It will offer you the choice to go first of all into the operator menu. It will then ask for a code number. The default code is 11111. We enter that. We then go to 1.07 service menu. It then asks for another code, which is 5 2s. 22222. It's recommended that the changes you make to any ingredient settings is first of all done in Quick Recipe Pro. Top of the list, 201, Quick Recipe Pro. You then choose the drink selection that you want to adjust or check. We'll go for Cafe Latte. To check the coffee grind, we need first of all a spanner, which is supplied with every machine, and also a small container to collect the coffee grind. Place the container under the outlet and prepare by putting the spanner onto the grinder adjuster. So to check the grind, we've already selected Cafe Latte. We now choose coffee beans. It then has the option for test ingredient and it will run the grinder for the current time that's set. Then check the grind coarseness. Should you need to make any adjustments, i.e. to make it finer, you should only adjust the grinder clockwise whilst the grinder is actually running. Once you're satisfied with the grind setting, you then use your gram scales to weigh the product. It's recommended for the 44mm brewer not to exceed a dispense of 12.5 grams. Should you need to adjust the dispense, use the plus or minus buttons to change the time the grinder runs. Once adjusted, you can then test the ingredient again and then weigh the content at the new dispense setting. Once at the correct weight, press the OK button and it will store the changes. You can then step back in the menu and repeat those settings in each of the other drinks. One of the great things about the grinder used in the Primo is the fact that it uses ceramic blades. These have a life expectancy of 300,000 vens at 9.5 grams dispense of coffee. Now on to the Primo Compact, which has all the same great features as the Primo Touch, with the addition of an optional second bean hopper and also a fresh milk dispense system. So let's walk through some of the features of the Primo Compact. The dual bean hopper version gives you the availability of dispensing different roasts of coffee, or even a regular coffee and decaffeinated coffee. Canister extensions are also available for these hoppers for the busier locations. It has the same fully customizable display and LED lighting, which can be adjusted to suit the environment. We also have a separate hot water dispense on both bean to cup versions of machines for clear, clean dispense of hot water. Possibly tea bags can be located nearby. Looking inside the machines, as with the Primo Touch, canister extensions for the milk and chocolate are also available. The refrigeration system for fresh milk comes with a container with a capacity of 4 litres of milk. Setting the grind on the Primo Compact is slightly different to the Primo Touch, because with the Primo Compact, once the grind setting is correct, we then calibrate as opposed to program in the required dispense time only. To collect the grind, first of all, pull the bottom of the ingredient chute forward, lift up and remove. Then put your small container at the bottom of the ingredient guide. Adjustment for the grinder, similar to the Primo Touch, spanner onto the adjuster of the left-hand grinder. For the 2-2 machine, this comes under blend 1, the right-hand canister under blend 2. The adjuster for blend 2 is behind the brewer inlet, and again the milk canister should be removed to get better access to it. So, to begin the grinder adjustments, as with the Primo Touch, we first of all have to go into service mode. Again, with door open, press the door open tab, then press the operator menu icon, 11111, the same number, again in 1.07, service menu 22222. Then select ingredient management, then calibration ingredients. To check the grind, first of all we have blend 1 illuminated. If I now press calibration ingredients, it will run the grinder. Once you're satisfied that the grind is correct, repeat that process and with your scales weigh the product. If, for example, the total weight of that grind is 10.3 grams, alter the calibration setting accordingly. So increase that to the actual weight of the product you've just dispensed. You can then repeat that same process for blend 2, and similarly for the dispense of topping and cocoa. It runs those ingredient motors for a set time. You then program in to the calibration setting the weight of the product that is dispensed. When setting the milk, you do that with the machine door open and then use the service pin, again supplied with every machine, and insert that into the door switch. The calibration of the milk settings, however, for both hot milk and frothed milk, should only be done once the temperature setting has been made for the milk and also for a correct milk flow. To commission, we first of all need to run through a milk fill procedure. Fill the canister with the required milk. Using the tub supplied with the machine, put that under the outlet and the service pin in the door switch. At door open, then use the fill milk icon to prime the milk through. Step by step, it runs through the procedures required. Once primed, the screen will confirm the milk fill has been successful. Press the tick. It will then activate all fresh milk drinks to be available. To adjust the correct milk flow and temperature settings, step back and go to Calibration milk temperature. We have two settings, one for hot milk and one for frothed milk. When calibrating, you do need a thermometer. Hold the thermometer as close as possible to the dispense outlet for the milk. To get into service mode, we can press the icon top left hand side of the screen to come to the door open menu. Again, in operator menu, 11111, 1.07 for service menu, 22222, ingredient management, calibration milk temperature. If I then press calibrate temperature, it will then run the milk, the hot milk, through the system. Should there be spluttering, using a small screwdriver, adjust the air throttle screw. When calibrating the milk temperature, we adjust the speed in percentage terms of the milk pump. The slower the pump runs, the hotter the milk will be. Vice versa, the higher the speed, the cooler the milk. What you're targeting when setting the milk temperature is that it does not exceed 65 degrees C. Select calibration temperature. Hold the thermometer as close to the milk outlet as possible and target 60 to 65 degrees. Here I'm showing 63. To calibrate the volume of the milk dispensed, remove the service pin and close the door. Place a measuring container underneath the outlet. Select hot milk, calibration ingredient. The volume of the milk dispensed during this process should then be entered here accordingly. It's expected at the moment to see 100 millimetres. The actual volume is 105. So I increase that by pressing the plus key to 105 millilitres. Then save the setting. Repeat that same function with the frothed milk. You're then good to go. Should you then need to adjust the cup volume, come back out of calibration, back again, and then into recipe management. The drinks highlighted in green are the drinks that are active in the machine. Let's select Cappuccino and Quick Recipe Pro, very similar to the Primo Touch. The proportion of frothed milk and hot milk is preset. Default settings for these are not recommended to be changed. However, you can change the volume of milk and the volume of coffee that is actually dispensed. Increase or decrease here accordingly. It's then important to test dispense each active drink on the menu. This again you can do in Quick Recipe Pro, vessel in place, Quick Recipe Pro, test recipe, start. Adjust the drink size accordingly should it be required. As mentioned during the setup of the calibration, we have produced what we believe to be the best optimum settings for the perfect drink. These are available to download on our website. Thanks for joining us today. I've been David Scott. It's been a pleasure.